your very first hero was your uncle, and he was a failure.
Now we have got a segment of Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho. Boy, this segment was awesome. There were many points were made. Eddie Kingston says this is a wrestling company, not a sports entertainment. Jericho says he will give some sports entertainment for the people, but it will be entertaining. Jericho talks about how he heard Kingston was coming and he had never heard of him. He thought Eddie Kingston was Eddie Edwards. He didn't heard of him because he thought Kingston looks like a jobber. Then he saw Kingston with a match with what's his name? Referencing Cody Rhodes, and heard Kingston promo and knew there was something there. Jericho even told that he would become a huge babyface, which he is right now. What was the point of this promo? The main interaction comes to this point. Everyone saw Kingston sign at 38, but except for Jericho, who made it 22 in the big time. At 38, signed AEW. Jericho signed with the big companies at the age of 22. Kingston says Chris did all those, achieve millions of dollars, won championship because Eddie Kingston was not in that particular company, else he would have won it. Chris takes the mic and he says, Kingston, have you heard of Fear of Success? Kingston says, no, I have GED. That got a huge pop in the promo. Jericho explains that Kingston is afraid of success, and if he had Jericho's success, he would fall off to the side of the mountain. Jericho has heard all the stories about Kingston. Now Kingston says, careful, careful. Now he references his uncle, his father, and himself as a failure. Now this was the sentimental point of the promo, getting to Eddie's nerves by referencing his uncle, his father, and himself. And he also says Kingston can't win the big one in AEW because Jericho is the big one. The big one is not Punk. The big one is not Bryan Danielson. Big one is not Jon Moxley. If you really see the history of AEW, Jericho is actually the big one. He was the one who started to feud with Kenny Omega in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then he was there in All In. Then he was there in one of the first pay-per-views of AEW. Then he was the first AEW champion, and he was actually the guy who made AEW a success in the initial stages, because we put a championship belt on a recognized name, and the eyes will all be on the product. That's actually true what he said. So now Eddie Kingston gets the mic and he says he wants Chris Jericho as a world champion, how he was at that time, and he also referenced Triple H, Paul Levesque. Exact line were, "Who Levesque hated." If it isn't that Chris Jericho, Kingston would eat him alive. Jericho promises to be that Jericho, and he knows Kingston can't do it because he's a loser. And he says to hit the Jericho's music. You can see the Kingston face. He's selling that Jericho got to his mind. That was really fun promo. You keep Eddie Kingston with any one of the big guys. Let's say Bryan Danielson. Let's say Punk. Let's say Jon Moxley. This guy will deliver. This guy will deliver. I hope to see him as a world champion, maybe after MJF reign. This guy is really good. This guy, I don't know. I don't know what people don't see in him. This guy's a huge babyface. He gets a reaction. He gets a monster reaction. This was a really, really fun promo. I would love to see this match.